What you need to know: the 2024 Afro Barometer report findings as published by the Monitor on Friday indicate that more than 4 in 10 respondents, 42%, have considered leaving Uganda. Finance Minister Matia Kajia has urged Ugandans to consider exploring more trade and investment opportunities in the country instead of thinking of going abroad to look for jobs. Responding to the Monitor's Friday story, which indicated that more Ugandans prefer to move abroad for jobs, Mr. Kaseja said there is no better country in Uganda than Uganda, and that the government is working to create more employment opportunities. So, on one side, he might be right too, but this is not just the case of Uganda. This is the case of Africa at large. Yes. So, if the youth, you can imagine they say 4 out of 10, that is 42% of Ugandans are planning to leave Uganda. In some countries, it's more than 42%. So it means that, first and foremost, this minister have to lead by example. The people in Uganda government have to lead by example. The people in other African countries too, their leaders have to lead by example. You have to allow your children to go to school in your country. We have to see your children living in our various African countries or in an African continent producing their jobs. We have to see that you are doing enough and your children are the ones championing this creation of jobs. Not that you will use the money you're supposed to do something for your country, for your community, for your state. You send your children abroad for them to get a better education. Some of you have even reserved jobs for your great-grandchildren in these countries that are not even yet born. Some of you, your children have not even finished school. You have already secured a job or a political appointment for them already. Then you turn around, you are telling the youths who are barely looking for how to feed their family, who are, based on the level of hopelessness in their various countries, don't want their family, this hopelessness, to continue affecting their various families. They want to travel to other countries in search of better lives. You turn around and tell them not to leave. Is this not the highest height of hypocrisy? Yes. If you say you're doing more to provide jobs, continue doing. Provide a well-competitive, conducive atmosphere. Provide the atmosphere that allows the youth to compete. Let the youth see that you are doing enough, far more than enough. Let them see hope. Let them see that there's security in the country. Let them see that the local currency is stable. Let them see that the economy is working. Then if you're telling them, when they can see all these things, then you don't need to be the one championing them not to leave. If the youths, even the ones that have left, see that their countries are working, believe me, a lot of them will return back home because there's no place like home. Do you think that some of them are happy living? No. The answer is no, because you don't even know what some of them are facing in some of the countries they went to in search of the so-called better life. Some of them go to a lot of inhuman treatment you can't even imagine. And at the end of the day, the money they are working so hard there, they are still remitting it to support their families back home. And this money is flowing back into the economy. So before you come telling the youth to stay in your country and contribute, it's not just Uganda, this is an African case. As a leader, bring your children, let your children champion this cause. Let us see your own children providing jobs. Let us see your children going to school in our various countries. Then when we see these things working out, the youth will stay, and even the ones that have traveled will come back to contribute their own part.